Barrett, ready to make a bracket?
Yeah.
Started out on that chop saw. I cut this side with the grinder. We started out with the chop saw and it wasn't cutting at a 45. So now we're having to fix it. So Barrett, what we got to do now is weld a plate on each end. They made these a little bit long. Of course, this is rounded, so I may cut these off a little bit, but we'll weld this and then we'll put a hole through it. That'll actually be what we run the bolt through, but we need to make sure this stays at a 45-degree angle while we weld this on there. Don't look.
Gotcha.
Did it work? Well, Barrett, do you know what a crappy welder's best friend is?
A grinder.
A grinder. I got the weld a little thick, but it's smoother than it looks, and you know, I only weld 2 or 3 times a year, so I have to caulk that. That's what carpenters do that weld. They use a lot of caulk. But maybe we'll get some Bondo. But for a half price bracket, that's pretty good, isn't it? Okay, so Barrett, we're gonna clean this off now. We've got it fabricated. We're just gonna take a little paint thinner. I like to do this with xylene, but it's expensive. I'm going the cheap route this time. We use paint thinner. And just take a piece of wet, dry sandpaper. And really all you're doing is cleaning it. You're not trying to sand it. In other words, you're not trying to sand the metal, you're just trying to clean it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just consider this like a rag. You know, hit it a few times and then take your, was a clean rag. But this will dry fast and we can. Just want to get it clean enough to where there's no gunk between the primer and the metal, right? And you can see all that gunk would have been between the primer and the metal. So we'll get this cleaned off good and then we can prime it. The wind died down a little bit, Barrett.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to put it on too thick, just get it even.
That's fun.
I wasn't holding on to
Glad
it.
that didn't kill anybody.
I guess I should hold on to it a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
Alright.
That's enough video.
Well, now all we have to do is let it dry a little bit and install it. I'm going to get Paco to help us tomorrow do that. What are you going to do tomorrow?
Teach a lot, actually.
I mean, you got like, what did you say, 7 students?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I'm going to show this. I'll show a little bit of us installing it tomorrow on the After Effects. Looks good. Okay, that was just the life cycle of one little project on the job, and I'll be doing a proper update on the project next week, because drywall is going to be going in, and I like to document where all of the receptacles and switches are and all that, because sometimes the drywall guys cover them up and we can just go locate them very easily. On every job I have to go back and look at the video and say, oh, it's 3 studs over and 16 inches up, you know. And so it's easy because we don't have to do a lot of drywall repairs, because we can just find it and start cutting around it. So anyway, all that to say, this hasn't been many updates on this project, but we'll get one next week, at the end of next week. Thanks, guys.